Hey y'all, and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Amber and I love all things handbag related, with a little bit of emphasis on the brands Vera Bradley and Lug. I also occasionally, rarely, do some content related to concealed carry and how that works with all these beautiful bags that I love. So if any of that sounds good to you, then stick around and let's hang out. So for today's video, I have 3 brand new Vera Bradley retail items. I purchased these during the 30% off of Solid Colors and Black Bandana Medallion and one other print. I can't remember what it was, but y'all know the sale that I'm referring to. So, like I said, I have 3 items and let's get into it. Okay, so the first one I picked up is brand new to me. This is the mini travel case with clip in Black Bandana Medallion. I've shown this pattern a couple times on my channel. I do really like it. It's classic black and white. You can't go wrong with that. And this little piece is interesting. I had not purchased one of these yet, but I was pretty interested in it. So while it was on sale and I had an additional discount code because I used Honey, I went ahead and picked it up. And I think from what I have gathered about this, that this is kind of Vera Bradley's way of doing like a all-in-one catch-all type item. I'll show you what I mean. So if we start on the outside, you can see on the ribbon it says Vera Bradley, consciously crafted, so recycled cotton. There is the tag in case you're interested in that. And it has this clip on it. So it is a regular lobster clip. And right here, you can see this little fabric loop. So you can either take the clip and clip it on to that little fabric loop right there. Or you can unclip it and just clip it to something else. Clip it to a bag, outside a bag, around a strap, whatever you want to do. It's a single zipper. So when we unzip it, oh, the tag is attached to it. So when we unzip it, it opens up like a little book. And I think this was their kind of all-in-one catch-all type item, because this side to me looks like it was intended for tech items, probably because of this what's it called, elastic strap. And then this side looks more like jewelry. So you have this little clip right here. Or clip, not clip. It's a little fabric loop with a button. And that reminds me of the little things that they put in jewelry organizers to put your necklace on. And then right down here is a little slip pocket with some elastic on it. But this is soft lined in there. So I imagine this was set up to hold maybe necklaces, bracelets, whatever you want to do. And then, you know, put them on the little loop. Snap it closed, and then let the necklace hang down in here, or the bracelet, whatever. You could drop your earrings in there, however you want to do it. And then on this side, you have that elastic band, and then you have a zip pocket right above that, but it's mesh, and it goes all the way to the bottom. So I would imagine this side was probably intended for maybe like your mouse to sit here and some SD cards or external batteries, cords, whatever you wanted to put in there. I have no idea how I'm going to use this, but I think it's a neat little piece. It's got some decent depth to it. So each side, it's pretty well divided in half there. You put it back together and it's probably, I mean, you have a couple of inches. Maybe not. Well, yeah, I would say you have probably a couple of inches depth total. This one's kind of crooked. Not crooked, but it's not laying completely straight. But yeah, you've probably got close to 2 inches there. So, interesting little piece. But that is the mini travel case with clip in Black Bandana Medallion. Okay, this next item is a brand new item and pattern. And so this is in Paisley Jamboree. And I think this pattern is gorgeous. It's this really deep, rich red with oranges and blues, and I'll get up close and show it to you in a minute, with some white, this kind of like a teal color. It's a really, really pretty pattern. And I was looking forward to the release of this because I was going to get a bag. I liked it. And then they released it, and the only bags they released it in were the small and large Vera Tote, I think a triple zip hipster, that sling thing. I'm sure there was some, maybe another bag style backpack and some travel bags, but they didn't release it in any of the good mid-sized bag options. They didn't release it in the cotton multi-strap shoulder bag. They didn't release it in the on-the-go. I haven't seen it in the bucket crossbody. Like, I don't, like, I love the small and large Vera totes. I genuinely do, but I don't need any more of those. I don't want any more of those. They're not styles that I use very often because I hardly ever need a bag that's even as large as the small Vera tote, much less the large. I'm not a big fan of the triple zip hipster because it's just too flat. I don't need travel bags or big large totes, so I was pretty disappointed with what they brought this pattern out in. And it seems to be lately that not all of the patterns are coming out in all of the different styles. They just pick and choose what they released in what styles, and it's really getting on my damn nerves, to be honest. But that's okay. So this is a brand new item, and like I said, I wanted to get something in this pattern and try it, and when I saw this, I decided this was what I was going to try. And this is a pretty interesting item too. So this is called the Roll Up Tech Organizer in Paisley Jamboree. So let me give you an up-close look at this pattern first. I would say that is fairly accurate from what I can see. So you've got that deeper kind of burgundy background. This background color is actually a little deeper and a little bit more rich than even it's showing up on camera. But things look different when I go to edit them back, so it may look accurate. I don't know. But you have that, and then you have these pretty like turquoisey blues with some oranges. You have white. It's a beautiful pattern. And you've got this even darker, like, burgundy color back here that looks like a shadow. I think it's super, super pretty. Very fall-esque. But this item, let's talk about it. So, there are no pockets on the outside. This is the back. There's nothing there. On the front, all you see is this clip. So, let me take this tag off, because this is driving me bananas. Okay, so on the front, the only thing that you have is this little clip. And I don't think it mentions it in the description for this item, but let me turn it to the side and see if I can show you here. You can see that there are these different loops, right? And I don't know if all of these loops were intended to hang something off of or what, but the way I interpret it is that depending on how full you have this, if you have it really packed up to the brim and it's, you know, the clip isn't going to clip back down here, I think this is an adjustment. So, depending on how full it is, you can take your little clip and clip it up here at the top if you need more space, if it's so full that you need more space. Or if you don't have that much in it at all, I think you can take it back, you know, to a tighter setting. So I didn't see that mentioned in the description, so I thought I would show y'all that, because I thought that was pretty neat how they gave you that adjustment with these different loops. And then once you open it up, it'll open completely flat. So you could absolutely use your little clip to hang this up like the travel organizers or what have you. But right up here at the top, you have one mesh zip pocket. So this is one big mesh zip pocket at the very top. And then when we move down, you have two slip pockets here. And they have a little bit of elastic around the top of them there. And then directly on top of those slip pockets on this side, you have one large elastic. And then over here, you have two smaller elastics. So, you know, if you wanted to put your SD cards, your portable chargers, cords, what have you, whatever you wanted to put in your slip pockets, you could again put those chargers or roll your cords up, put those in the little elastics, however you wanted to do it. And then when you get down here to the bottom, this is like a pouch that they've sewn in. So it unzips directly down the middle, and it's open on both sides. There's no plastic lining or anything like that. It's just like a pouch that sits there for you to put your stuff in however you want to put it in there. So let me grab something. Let's see. Let's see if this will fit in here and how it'll look. This might be too big, actually. No. Okay. So if we put something in it, you can see it's got some depth to it. And then, so the way that this is going to roll up like that, if you have a lot in there that's going to make it, you know, poofier or make it pooch out, you're going to have to be careful about how deep you put things in these two slip pockets. Because both of these slip pockets right here go all the way to this seam. But when you go to roll this up, you're going to lose space in these slip pockets. Because this pouch, where they're connected directly next to each other, it's going to push the contents of that pocket up a little bit, I think. I hope that makes sense, that y'all know what I'm talking about and I'm not just blabbering. But you could roll it up, and then like I was talking about, if it was more full, then you could clip it higher up, and it's still closed. Yeah. You're definitely going to be using those upper loops if you fill this up very much. But I think it's a neat concept. I just think that you're going to have to be selective with what you put in these two slip pockets, especially because where they're right in the middle, in between this mesh pocket and the bigger pouch down here at the bottom, you would probably want to go with something thinner, because this will hold whatever you want. This is on one end. And then this mesh pocket up here, it could be pretty full as well. I don't know. It's an interesting piece. So I'll come back and let y'all know how I feel about it once I've actually used it. But that is the, what was this called again? The Roll Up Tech Organizer in Paisley Jamboree. So there's a good look at that pattern. And this is made from two different pieces of fabric. So from here down, this is all one big piece of the pattern. And then right here, which actually ends up being the front of your, you know, your little closure, that's a separate piece of fabric. So you can see the seam there. But anyway, there's that nifty little thing. And then last but certainly not least is the new Performance Twill multi-strap small tote. So y'all know how much I love the multi-strap shoulder bag, and this seemed similar but different, so I had to get it and give it a try. And I have thoughts. I definitely have thoughts. So what I'm going to do for this one is we're going to do what I always do. We're going to compare and contrast. I am currently in my Performance Twill multi-strap shoulder bag in Lavender Sky. So if I hold these next to each other quickly to give you a size reference, you can see that they're fairly similar in size. But we're going to go over features, what they have in common, what they differ on, and then we'll pack them up and see which one ends up holding more. So I don't have my multi-strap shoulder bag completely full right now, but I will fill it completely up show y'all what I have in there, and then we'll see if we can get all those same items in here. So let's go over the features of this bag versus this one really quickly. So let's start with the straps. Your Performance Twill multi-strap shoulder bag has your typical straps, right? Your typical Performance Twill straps. You can see on this one, whoops, okay, you can see on this one, it has those seams down the middle. This is not padded and poofy. It is just a flat Performance Twill strap. It's also connected with these little hardware pieces so that it'll lay completely flat. This bag style, contrastingly, has more of a poofy strap. You can see there that it has more padding to it. It also only has one seam directly down the middle. There are no seams on the edges. The seam line just runs right down the middle. It also does not have those hardware pieces. It lays decently flat, I guess you would say. They're very malleable, very soft. Like, there's no stiffness in this whatsoever. So getting it to lay flat, I don't think will be a big issue, but it doesn't have the hardware pieces to make it lay more flat, if that makes sense. Okay, if we talk about the longer adjustable detachable strap on your regular multi-strap shoulder bag, this has a Performance Twill strap. So on one side, it's the Performance Twill material, and then on the back side, it's kind of that woven material. The longer adjustable removable strap for this style is just the woven material. It does not have the Performance Twill on it anywhere. And I don't know why they made this decision or why they did it like that, but it is just the solid woven material. So, can't say I'm a huge fan of that one, but it is what it is. The connection for your adjustable strap on this bag style sits on the inside of the bag. So you can see the little fabric piece right there. The D-ring sits on the inside lip of the bag. Whereas on this style, the D-ring is on the outside. It's still connected with that piece of fabric, but they are on the outside. The closure on your regular multi-strap is kind of that pseudo breakaway zipper. It is open on each end, right here and right there. And then the zipper closure has these little flaps that come together and your zipper meets in the middle. This style, your zipper comes together at the top. It meets up here. Now, it doesn't come to a complete and total point because if you can see, let me move that out of the way. This does flatten out a bit at the top where you have these seams right here. They folded it in right here to give it a little bit more width across the top. So while your zipper does come to a complete, it does meet completely at the top and zip across there, you do have a little bit more width across the top as opposed to it just coming to a complete and total point. Exterior pockets. Your regular multi-strap shoulder bag, you have that big front pocket with the magnetic closure. And then on the back, you have your cell phone pocket. That's what I've started referring to them as because the opening is only that wide. It does pretty much go to the bottom of the bag down here, but the width of it, I believe they design it to hold your cell phone. Okay, exterior pockets on your small multi-strap tote. There isn't one directly on the front or directly on the back. Your exterior pockets on this style bag are on each end. So on each end, you have a slip pocket like that, and those slip pockets do go from this seam by your strap on the front all the way around to your strap seam on the back. So if I can try to push it out, they're decently sized pockets, but the way that they wrap around the bag is, I think, I have not used this yet, but I think it is going to kind of hinder what you can put in it. Because if you want to use the full capacity of this slip pocket, you're pushing in on the interior of your bag, if that makes sense. Let me grab a water bottle and I'll try to show you what I mean. Okay, so this is just a standard 16.9 ounce water bottle. And if I want to use this pocket for that water bottle, this will definitely hold it, but I'm going to have to push in on the bag to get it in here. And when I do that, you can see down in there that this bag, the interior space pushes out against these pockets, the way they wrap around the end. So when I put this water bottle in here, it's going to push in on that pocket, and it's going to eat up some of my interior space. So let me pull this out and I'll show you. Okay, I don't know how well you'll be able to see what I'm actually talking about, but if you can see right here, that water bottle is bulging in on the inside. So while these exterior pockets can potentially hold a lot, depending on how you pack them or what you put into them, it's going to push in on the inside space that you have for your bag. So just keep that in mind, that while this definitely can hold a water bottle and even a larger water bottle than that, you're gonna lose that space inside. So beyond the slip pocket, directly on top of it, you have a zip pocket. And this is the same concept. Whatever you put in this zip pocket is then going to push into your slip pocket, because it's just a flat zip pocket on top of it. So this, again, if you were to flatten it out, is a decently sized pocket, but the way that it wraps around the outside of the bag, you're going to have to be particular on what you put into these, whether you want the space in these outside pockets or you want the space inside. Me personally, I think what I will end up doing is I'll try to utilize these pockets almost as 4 instead of 2, the slip pockets. I might put some smaller items, like smaller, thinner items, like maybe my travel hand sanitizer and my chapstick on the front side of this pocket where they won't push in so much, and then I might try to use maybe the back side of this pocket to hold maybe like my pocket knife. That way there's nothing really on this end to push in and eat up my interior space. But again, I haven't used it yet, so I'm not sure. But you have those, you have that slip pocket, zip pocket on each side. So that is your exterior pockets. Again, nothing right on the front, nothing right on the back. As far as the inside goes, you have your very standard 2-in-1. So the front of the bag right here, where your little Vera Bradley plate is, on that wall you get 2 slip pockets, and then on the back wall you have 1 zip pocket, and it is a good size. So I am going to pack up, I'm going to completely pack up my multi-strap shoulder bag, fill it to the brim, and then I'll show y'all what I was able to fit in here, and then we'll see if this bag is going to hold the same amount or not. So let me pack this one up and I'll be right back. Alright, so I have completely stuffed my multi-strap shoulder bag. You can see it is pooching out there. I took the strap off just for convenience while we do this. I left my regular day-to-day items in here and just added to it. So I'm going to start on the outside and I'll show you what I have there. And then we'll work our way inside and I'll show you what I've put on the inside. So in this outside pocket, I have my mints, my pocket knife, and that's it. That's all I had in this front pocket. In the back slip pocket here, I just have my phone case. So that was all I had in the outside pockets, or just these three things. Now, if I unzip the top, I'll give you a peek. I have shoved it full all the way to the top. So I actually rolled up a beanie and put it in there. So I have a beanie. I also have a pair of gloves that I rolled up and put in there. I have the on a roll case from the 4-piece cosmetic set, the old style 4-piece cosmetic set. I have the little hair accessory case from the retail side. I have this little pouch. It's a little, like, rectangular pouch. I have this clear cosmetic. I have a Bath & Body Works spray. A giant thing of keys. My mini deodorant that always goes with me. My Reese cup for when I get hangry. My my little AirPods case with my AirPods in them. Not AirPods, I don't use Apple, but my earbuds. My tissue case. My Lug Metro XL wallet. My catch-all, which is the factory style hair accessory kit pouch in Sunny Medallion. Cream savers, because they brought these back. Do y'all remember these? There was orange and strawberry. Am I the only one that remembers cream savers? I was asking somebody about this the other day and they had no idea what I was talking about. But these things were amazing. Some more keys. This is the little earbuds pouch from the factory side in Sunny Medallion, but I use it to hold a key, couple keys. My little pill container thing. A bottle of water. My chapstick hand sanitizer. I'm still going, y'all. My notebook. 2 pens. My screen wiper eyeglass cleaner thing. And my checkbook cover and a mask. So I had this completely stuffed. I don't even know if I can pick up all of this junk that I had in here. That is not what I carry on a daily basis, y'all. Don't think I'm that much of a pack rat. But let's pull this little baby out and let's see what she'll fit. So, to be totally fair, I feel like I should try to put the same items on the outside that I had on the outside of this one. So that was my phone case. Let's see how that's going to work. So that will kind of sit right on the front side of one of those slip pockets. And then my mints were the other thing, so let's put those on this side toward the front if they'll go. And my pocket knife, and I'll just put that on the back side of this outer slip pocket. And then let's just try to fill up the interior. So the zip pocket in this one had my mask and checkbook cover, so I'm going to put those same items in the zip pocket. The 2 slip pockets in my multi-strap shoulder bag had my chapstick and hand sanitizer in one, and then my notebook and my pens in the other. So I just put those same items in the slip pockets there. The rest of it, I just had all willy-nilly shoved in here. So I'm going to start with the bigger ones, the water bottle. Fits down in that bottom corner, absolutely no problem, stands up just fine. Okay. I'm just going to put some of these larger items in. So the catch-all, this I had laying across the top, so let me hold off on it. My wallet, my tissue case, those are musts, so they need to go in. My emergency Reese cup. Oh, I had this in a slip pocket too, so I'll just put that back. Alright, I'm going to throw some of these smaller items in and fill some of these holes. So my little pill case, my cream savers, keys, other keys, Bath and Body Works, earbuds, mini deodorant, this little case, clear cosmetic. Well, let me show you how we're looking so far. Here's where we're at so far. So not too bad, not too bad. So let's go clear cosmetic next. Let's see. Hair accessory kit. Gloves. I don't know about these last two. We're hitting the top here, so I'm not sure. I don't know. Let me move some stuff a little bit, because I wanna give this a fair chance. So the honor roll case. See if we can get it along the back. Guys, I think we're at capacity. I don't think I can fit anything else in here because I don't even know if it's going to zip as it is. Let me see if I can zip it. Whew. So if I smush it all in, I can get all the same items in here minus the beanie. The beanie would not, it wouldn't go. Y'all can see this one's completely stuffed to the gills, and zipper is tight. So that's not bad. I actually thought that the multi-strap shoulder bag was gonna hold more than this one, like more than just this. Which, when you take into consideration, I had this rolled up and it is decently sized, you know, that is a good chunk of space. So the multi-strap shoulder bag still holds just a tad bit more, but this one holds a really decent amount. It holds more than I thought it was going to. So I hope that this was helpful. I hope that if you were curious about this bag style, that I was able to give you a little bit more information about it or help you make a decision on it. My thoughts, I'm not crazy about the exterior pockets, the way that they're made. Because they wrap around the end of the bag, you have to make a choice on whether you want the full space of that exterior pocket or whether you want that space on the inside of your bag. That's just a choice you're going to have to make because of the way that these are designed. Whereas with your front and back pockets on these, of course, if you put too much in those pockets, then it will push into your interior as well. But not as badly, because these pockets can kind of expand outward a bit, as opposed to where these wrap around the end, they're going to have to push inward. Does that make sense? I'm not crazy about the exterior pockets, but it's something that I can work with. I think that these shorter straps on this one, that's another thing I was going to show y'all. These straps, I'm not sure if they're actually shorter. They're probably relatively equal in all fairness. But this is not shoulder strap length. Like, I can get it on my shoulder, but it's literally, you know, up in my armpit. That's not comfortable. So these, just like the multi-strap shoulder bag, these are going to be grab handles or crook of the arm type handles. They are comfortable where they have more padding. They are very comfortable, very squishy, very, you know, they have a good hand feel to them. But I wish they had that D-ring. I wish they had the D-ring that would allow them to lay completely flat. As I said, though, they are very malleable. They're very soft. Wearing this on your body, they would just kind of smush against you. I don't think they're going to push in. I don't think they're going to be uncomfortable. So they're fine. I like this bag. I don't love it. I still prefer the multi-strap shoulder bag. That's still my preference between these two. I like that the removable strap on the shoulder bag has the performance twill material on it. It's not just the woven fabric. I like that the shorter straps on this one have the D-ring. I like the exterior pocket placement better. As far as capacity, they're relatively similar. So if you have one of these and this works for you day to day, then capacity-wise, this will work for you as well. They have the exact same interior organization, 2 slip pockets, 1 zip pocket. The depth on them, the depth is about the same, but you can see that the multi-strap shoulder bag is definitely a little bit longer as far as the base goes. Yeah, I still prefer my multi-strap shoulder bag, but I will use this one. I love this color. I love the material, the performance twill material. And it, like I said, the straps, these shorter straps are very comfortable. This will probably be a handheld or more crook of the arm type bag for me, just because I'm not a huge fan of this woven strap. Even though it's fine, it's not rough. I don't think it'll dig in. I just want the performance twill strap. But I love the color. I will make use of this bag. I will use it. I'm glad that I got it to try it out, but I'm not for sure if I'll buy more in the future. If they discontinue my multi-strap shoulder bag, then I may not have a choice, but I really hope they don't discontinue that one, because it's definitely my favorite. So this is the Performance Twill Small Multi-Strap Tote in olive leaf. So that's it, you guys. That's my video for today. I hope that if you were wanting a little bit more information about that bag style, that I was able to help you out. Or if you were wanting to look at the Paisley Jamboree pattern, that I was able to give you a quick look at that. If you guys have any comments, questions, or you just want to say hello, then as always, please leave me a message down below, because I love chatting with y'all. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, y'all.